What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a dream catcher read for the sign of Aries. Okay, Aries, you guys are last but not least on the zodiac lineup for group 3. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Okay, remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So, take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So, just to give you guys a heads up, this is the last of the Dreamcatcher series. Okay, basically the energy has shifted. Another reading will be taking its place. Okay, so that will probably be towards next year, 2024. I'll have some sporadic readings after I'm finished with you guys. As you know, if you've been on the channel long enough, I will be going on a vacation. Again, sporadic readings here and there, nothing specific as, the normal ones that I've been having so far. Okay. Truly appreciate everyone's patronage. By all means, if you're new here, welcome, subscribe so that way you can be notified of when I post for your sign. Okay. Everyone else, thank you for rocking with me. Okay. Truly appreciate you guys. If you've noticed, I try to post some things on the community posts every now and again, trying to get used to having it a little bit. But definitely, we just hit 800 readings recently, so I'm really excited about that. Been on here since 2021, but been doing readings since 2020 on Instagram. Those are gone. I completely started a whole new Instagram, and so that's not, truly geared towards readings. All my readings can be found here. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and kind of get into your reading a little bit in the sense of pre-read energy before I get started on your actual reading. So I shuffled all the decks, and when I was shuffling, the food card came out of the Mindful Messages deck. Then the Emperor card came out while I was shuffling the main deck. And then I put that back in, did some shuffling, and a few other cards that kind of stuck out to me were Three of Cups and Four of Pentacles. Okay, kind of stuck out to me. From that energy, you may be making some kind of like boss moves in regards to maybe food. Okay, as far as maybe new ideas that have been coming to you lately. Okay, kind of either someone celebrating the opening of something, of a new restaurant or something like that. Congratulations to you if that be the case. For others of you, it could be a situation of just communing with people in regards to maybe what you have coming up. The Four of Pentacles coming up during your read and being very, kind of sticking out to me a lot is, telling me you should hold back on what you release to everyone, okay, until something is fail proof, as far as maybe that opening coming up, what you've been working on, things of that nature. Maybe, in a sense of, yes, surprise, but in a sense of protecting the brand in a way. Okay, for some of you, there's this kind of like untrustworthiness of maybe telling someone, okay, that you may be feeling. And for me personally, I have an Etsy shop, so some things I release out, but usually when I do it once I know it's a fail safe, in the sense of I know it's definitely legit that I'm going to be putting it out. I've done all my research, I've reevaluated all of those things, okay? And sometimes you don't want to rush to put anything out that you haven't really, signed off on in a way, okay? And I think that's just good business practice, period, okay? is to just kind of pace yourself in releasing new things. And so, in saying that, that's just good business practice. For others of you, you're fine. But it is a few of you in the Aries collective that I feel are just a little bit, on the fence, okay? Four of Swords did also kind of stick out. I almost forgot about that. Four of Swords kind of reflecting a little bit. The Four of Swords in this deck is someone laying in kind of like under a cover in a bed. And there's Four of Swords kind of like underneath them or surrounding them. You may have been getting dreams of certain foods that maybe you want to try. And so, again, this is new moon energy, okay? So, new moon is on the 13th, coming up, which is next Monday. I would use this weekend to kind of reflect if you are a business owner. Like I said, the Emperor card came out. So, that's masculine energy. We all have that. You're in determination mode of what it is that you're ready to create, okay? And so, this is a perfect weekend to do that, with the 11th being on Saturday. A lot of change coming up as far as mental state, okay, and downloads, if you will, or dreams. The 10th being this is the 11th month of the year, okay, constant enlightenment this month. On the 10th is an awakening of sorts of maybe ideas that you want to have, or maybe an audience that you want to target. The 11th, again, 11 for the month, okay, and the day, you're pretty much going into enlightenment mode, okay, on certain things. It could be about how you handle your business, who you have surrounding you in your business, or who you network with, things of that nature, okay. It could be something other than that. Again, you've got 2 more readings. We'll get into it if it does come up in those other readings that you have, okay? The 12th is about centering yourself. 12 equaling out to 3, okay? That is Sunday. Use that day to kind of center yourself in what it is that you want to do, okay? If you're familiar with my monthly manifestations, they can help you as far as organizing yourself to the moon phases, okay? New moon energy is of new creation, things of that nature, ideas, planning, everything, okay? First quarter moon is your halfway point to reaching that said goal in which you want to reach, which would be by your full moon, okay? So whenever the full moon is, I'm trying to kind of like peer at my moon calendar from afar, and I think the 27th is the next full moon, okay? So by that time, set your new intention or goals by and make sure they're organized, okay? By the 13th, be at close to or completed with planning, okay? Planning or creating that new goal, okay? And see how that goes for you, okay? The first quarter moon is that following Monday after the 13th, which is the 20th, I believe, okay, where you should be at a halfway point of what it is that you're creating. That means, again, if you're dealing with food, supplies, things of that nature that you need, labeling, anything like that, okay, pricing, all of that should be kind of, done, okay. I have an associate in business. I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but just to share, okay? Nonetheless, that was a full good couple of like 5 minutes or so to just invoke hopefully some good advice on you guys, okay? Outside of your reading, okay? So, with that being said, we're going to do a quick shuffle for you guys, okay? For the Aries collective. Like I said, I did shuffle beforehand, but sometimes the energy shifts, and so we do a reshuffle, okay? Aries collective. One more, and then we'll cut by threes. Be careful of burnout, okay? Also, like I said, for some of you, sharing, not so, for some of you, it's in regards to actual ideas that you have. Others of you, it might be sharing, hold back from talking about your financial status, okay? Um, because you want to avoid people possibly trying to take advantage of you in regards to what you have, okay, when it comes to money, okay, if you are a business owner, okay. People may be clocking your pockets in a way, okay. Now, unless they're your accountant, they don't need to know, okay. That's just my personal opinion. Now, let's go ahead and get into your reading, okay. One from the top is your energy, one from the bottom is the energy of the situation and or person, and then one energetically from the middle. And I think I'm gonna go here with it, which is the energy between you and the situation and or person, okay. Usually when it takes me a minute to find that last card, that means there's multiple energies on your reading, and that means this reading is primarily, any of my readings are for the sun sign of the particular zodiac sign that I'm reading for. So this should be for Sun Aries or Aries Sun, okay? However, you could have someone who's a Gemini that has Aries in their seventh house, and so they might be in on this energy, okay? So take what resonates and pass the rest, okay? So let's see what you got going on, Aries Collective. We have the Four of Cups, which is Pisces energy, okay? The energy of the situation and or person is Sun card, okay? The Sun, Enlightenment. This actually came up in, I believe, might have been Pisces reading for this Sun card, okay? It was in Pisces reading, same place, okay? Different meaning for you, but their energy is definitely here, like I said, with this Four of Cups, okay? The energy between you and the situation is equaling out to the Death card, Scorpio energy, okay? And so, an ending of something, okay, that births a new beginning, okay, is what I'm feeling the most. Now, this is Pisces moon energy, I believe, here, with this Four of Cups, okay, for your energy, okay. Someone making possibly an offer of feelings to you, as it's dealing with emotions, okay, and you're not sure whether or not if you should take it or not. Now, it could be in regards to that situation, like I said at the beginning, of people clocking your pockets and they don't need to be, okay, and it kind of probably makes you feel away, okay, it's a little bit off-putting, all right, and so kind of reserve yourself from your natural reaction, okay, kind of laugh it off. But if it becomes to be a little bit too much of a reoccurring thing, then possibly, kind of compassionately let them know in a boss like way, as you may do, that's, very irrelevant, not relevant for them to know, okay? So, again, hidden energy is Pisces, okay? When the moon kind of comes out, the moon card didn't come out here, but you do have double water energy, okay? And between Pisces and Scorpio are very private people, okay? And so kind of hone in on that energy. If you know your birth chart, you may have one of these signs in your birth chart, okay? Maybe not surrounding you, but mostly in your birth chart. And so you may be invoking that, hold back energy of hiding certain things from people, okay? Just to protect you and your brand, okay? And possibly your peace of mind, okay? Now, enlightenment, like I said, this Sun card is having this man here kind of controlling the planets around him. They're orbiting around him, a compass up underneath. Okay. Um, the sun does speak of enlightenment on things. So, whatever the situation is that you're dealing with, maybe you're enlightened by the connections that you have. Okay. And needing to end some things in a particular way or distance yourself in some form or fashion. Okay. Which is something that has kind of carried over, I think, from the Pisces reading, okay, in regards to loving friends and removing toxic energy, okay? Because here we are with the Death card, and these two things kind of coming in tandem with each other and coming out to Scorpion energy with the Death card, okay? Again, new beginnings. Death doesn't always mean literal death, it just means the end. So that way a new beginning can happen, okay? So kind of reflecting on connections that you have and kind of distancing yourself as you need to, okay? And just being enlightened about where you want to move or how you want to move going forward when it comes to maybe your business, okay? So I'm not feeling this having to deal with a particular person. It feels like a situation at hand, okay? And it could be multiple people, okay? So I'm going to do a light shuffle of the mindful messages so we can see what should the main focus be between you and the situation or person at hand, okay? We're going to pick 2 cards out of this deck, one from the top and one from the bottom once we get a good energy to pick from them, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 hard shuffle, or maybe 3, just to be on the safe side, to kind of help protect your energy, Aries. One last shuffle. Okay. And then we'll separate by 3. And you can take these 2 messages for yourself or towards the situation, okay? Whatever resonates for you. 1 from the top and 1 from the bottom, okay? So let's see what you guys have. We have self-appreciation, okay? Self-appreciation. Hitting on that third eye crown chakra, okay? This is definitely a new energy alert. Welcome to the channel, okay? Sorry you're coming in on the last of the Dreamcatcher series, okay? But there's definitely more than enough readings on the channel available for any of your spiritual wellness or mental health needs, okay? So it says, I will find a moment throughout the day that I can dedicate to myself. Find a comfortable space and bring a pen and paper. I will write a letter of appreciation to myself where I will pour love into who I am and all that I do, okay? And I want you guys to pay close attention to what is on this image right here and what it says. I am enough, okay? I am enough, okay? Now, it may come across flip-wise. For some, you may be asking someone enough, okay, in regards to how they may talk to you, especially if it's in a negative sense or if it causes you stress or anxiety in regards to what you're doing as far as your business is concerned, okay? But learn how to appreciate yourself and uplift yourself, okay? We all should do that, or take the time to do that. Say some kind words of affirmation, positive affirmations. I'm a very big advocate on that as much as possible. complimenting others just as much, where we can also compliment ourselves, okay, on the greatness that we do, okay. It takes a lot of courage to do what you do, okay. It takes a lot of courage to create and provide a service, whatever that is that you're doing, okay. It takes a lot of courage just to be you, okay. So, in the sense of, don't walk in a light of needing anyone's, approval or anything like that, but it is hard during these times, okay. But give yourself some appreciation as you deserve it, okay. So, if you like, I could suggest to you to check out the self-care spotlight messages. They're on my playlist on the channel. You may want to start there if you're new to the channel, okay. That's part of, kind of where I first got started. There's a few on there, plus the general reads, okay. But if you need something that's really uplifting and kind of gives you that motivation, I would definitely start with the self-care reads and then bump up to maybe Heart's Desire, okay? And the All My Love readings are good as well, okay? So let's move on to the second message for you guys, Aries. Loving space, okay? Loving space, okay? Loving space, I always take the time to realize where the hands on the clock are. The hour hand is on the 10 and the minute hand is on the 2. 10:10 to be exact. Okay. And so that means, if you are a spiritualist, that means an awakening. Okay. So loving space says, I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. They must get there themselves at their own time. I can simply hold loving space for them as they go through their journey, okay? Loving space means giving them the space to actually grow on their own. You cannot help someone get to a lesson or learn a lesson. They have to do it themselves. You can love someone from a distance, okay? If they are providing a toxic energy to you and you don't need that in your life, okay, you can easily walk away for your own sanity and to not disrespectfully. You know what I mean? I'll put the link to my Etsy shop in the description box below. Okay. There's a couple of homemade spiritual items that I have, homemade holistics, that are handmade by me. Okay. That could be very useful to you. There's some meditation oils that I've created personally. If you're dealing with like internal conflicts or just dealing with other people, external conflicts, All Right would be a good meditative oil for you to just carry around with you on a daily basis to just help calm you and deal with those situations. Okay. If you want to kind of restore your peace in a way, or refresh your peace actually, that is also one of my newest spiritual baths. It's a bath salt. Definitely really love the vibe that comes with that. Okay, it's very invigorating. Would be really great for new moon energy, honestly. So check that out. You can find the link in the description box below or on my About Me page. Okay. So lastly, let's get into what the outcome of this energy is for you guys, Aries, with the sacred geometry. You do have remembrance coming up here in regards to, if you are finding it kind of difficult to separate yourself from people, just kind of remember the good times that you've had with them, the positive energy that once was there, and kind of hold that space for a while you're distancing yourself from them, okay? And also dealing with them in a way, okay? Because some people just can be closed-minded at times to certain things. could be some slight enviness that you're doing something that they couldn't do, or want to do. Okay, so there's a lot of things to consider. Again, we do have two more readings for the collective as far as the zodiac lineup for group 3. So more messages to come with those two readings. Okay, which is the Heart's Desire and the All My Love readings. Okay, so again, you can take both of these for yourself, both towards a situation and or person, or one of each. Let's see what you guys have, Aries. You have solar plexus chakra. Okay, solar plexus chakra. Number 3, time for centering. Okay, the frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are, and what our contribution is to the whole. Okay, into what our contribution is to the whole and who we are. Okay, again, as I state about positive affirmations to yourself, I will suggest the same thing to you as I have with Aquarius. The I Am Strong meditation oil, which has citrine, which helps with that solar plexus chakra in regards to creativity, positivity, and awareness of who you are as a person. Say that affirmation to yourself. I am strong as you put that on. Okay, there is citrine and there is obsidian in it. It helps ground you in who you are as a person and your personal joy that no one can take from you. Okay, so use that as need be. That can be your morning oil to put on and then deal with all right as need be. Okay, next message to wrap up your reading is compassion. Compassion, number 15. Number 6, reevaluating connections of some sort or whatever it is that you're working on. Okay, 1, following your intuition. 2, number 5, separating that in the sense of change. Okay, compassion states the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. Okay, again, the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. Okay, compassion coming up underneath that loving space. Okay, like I said before, you have to understand and be somewhat compassionate to others that, again, are somewhat closed-minded to certain things, or just automatically, while it's hard not to pass judgment on people in the sense of why they say the things that they do or act the way that they act, you can only be responsible for yourself and have some compassion for them having to be who they are as a person. Okay, you cannot change them, you cannot make them see things your way. They have to see it on their own way. Okay, loving space and time. Okay, and give yourself the self-care and appreciation that you deserve. Okay, while compassionately and respectively distancing yourself or ending certain relationships as need be. Okay, Aries, I went a little bit over on you guys. You are now an extended. Okay, but again, you guys kind of reap the rewards of the dream catcher reads, getting all the kind of fringe benefits, if you will, and hopefully this resonates with you guys. If not, I still have 2 more readings for you, so until then, peace.